Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So as we get into the middle of the trading week, we hear that the US stocks took a little bit of a tumble yesterday, and it actually hit indices quite significantly. So for example, the S&P had been on a 7-day winning streak, and this actually touched record consecutive highs as well before falling lower. And there was a bit of a sell-off in stocks yesterday as all three indices pretty much fell quite low. The Dow fell over 200 points, and the S&P dipped over 0.2% as well. And it was the longest winning streak in records that since 1997 for the S&P. So it's quite significant that it's actually fallen back down. But you know, there is usually quite a sell-off in tech stocks, especially when we do get a little bit overheated in the market. So it was kind of expected. It wasn't very clear why the sell-off happened, but cyclical stocks which benefit from the economy doing well took the brunt of the beating, and two of the worst performers were Chevron and Caterpillar especially, which we'll look into very shortly. And you know, this is all to play with oil as well. Oil actually crashed over $30 yesterday after the United Arab Emirates did stall with OPEC in you know, having production cuts back to pre-pandemic levels. So we'll see what happens with that in that respect as well, with oil and gold coming into the mix. And you know, back to tech stocks, Amazon was probably the best performer in the S&P yesterday, but we're just going to wait and see what the mood is as we go into the session. So Chevron, first of all, today, I just wanted to bring it onto a daily chart like I usually do with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud. So, you know, for the time being, at least, we are trading just shy of the Ichimoku border. We're not really getting too much in the way of divergences on the RSI. You could say there is a slight bullish one there, but nothing too significant on the daily. We'll see if that comes into fruition, because those levels are pretty much the same. This was the last top that we had at the $122 level. I am still expecting to have another reach for that at some point, but let's just bring it down on the intraday chart just to see what the levels are again. So we're trading just slightly under the Ichimoku cloud, but because it's very thin, as you can see here, it's not really going too much in the way of, you know, big cloud engulfment. Then there is a chance that we can actually pierce the cloud once more and move to the upside again for Chevron. So just as something to look out there. And for Caterpillar, we had a very big dissension in the last couple of trading sessions, as I said, but I just want to bring you back to Caterpillar's meteoric rise. Meteoric rise recently. So from, you know, the first wave of the pandemic, all we've had is this very bullish channel, but now we've fallen quite far in, well, back into it. As you can see, we did drop well, pretty much over $30 in the last couple of trading sessions. This was last month, but now we are looking to find a little bit of support and move back to the upside as well. A little bit like Chevron, not too much in the way of divergences on the RSI, so just waiting to see what the next bit of news is. As I said, there wasn't really too much in the way of why we had so many laggards yesterday in the S&P and the Dow, so it could just be a case of the market overheating, and we could get a little bit of a sell-off now as well. So intraday looks a little bit more appealing there. We are looking, as I said, towards the upside and to a bit more of a cloud engulfment. If we do get this engulfment, there's a nice confluence level of the top border of the Ichimoku cloud, roughly about the 227 mark, to bring these prices back up and try to get to where we were before, above the $240 zone. So that's what I'll be looking out for a few of the big stocks in the S&P, the ones that kind of took a nosedive yesterday as well. So just a few things to look out for, and we'll see if the S&P can get another daily high back to where it was, as with the NASDAQ and hopefully with the Dow in the next few trading sessions, to try and get these consecutive highs back to where they were. So that's all from the Stockwatch today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments or queries, as usual, please add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.